Hello there, my name is Richard. I just talk about animation, and today we're gonna do is part 2 or season 2 of Inside Job from Netflix. Now, this show was good. Of course, it takes a little while to get there, but it actually is sort of worth it because it became sort of the new version of Futurama. More like internet Futurama, but you get the idea. But I think this is so interesting. Dive more into Reagan, why she is like that sort of broken cis misfit can communicate with people. Season 1 sort of dive into the manipulations on the father, who actually kind of brainwashed her and removed memories of her best friend. It's the only one who helped her kind of come out to society to understand and communicate the right way. But because of her father, who using her sort of a tool to get his power once again, sort of ruined her mentally, that not allow her to actually communicate the right way, instead of understand her sort of situation. This is the reason why she needed Brad so much, because Brad is the only one who has the patience, who is very nice and very naive to actually trust someone like Reagan. But I love it, that sort of deal with Reagan and Brad, that reverse Reagan need her because he is also kind of messed up. Season 2 sort of dives in more to Brad sort of family, like why he treat him like crap, why he treat him like a secondary character or secondary citizen. In other words, because they just like to use someone to family to become a leader. Whatever leader they government they gave, that's basically what they're used for. The rest of the family are just sort of show you what can you do. This is what it makes so interesting, to see why Brad is a yes man, sort of average pretty boy who has no personality, who wants to please you. And that's sort of sad because he really wants to be that sort of father or mother or family need that ironically the shadow company what they do for him, the one who sort of accepts him but sort of messed him up a little bit more. Also Reagan, that she needs like a family or a father figure or a brother figure, and she does have that in the organization, not really realizing to the last end a bunch of misfits who control the world are their family, the close common. Even they actually despise each other, they're willing to work, talk to each other, and that is sort of interesting because falling into second type of family. Like the first family is the blood related, second family is your work family, and this was fall into that sort of interesting, especially Reagan and Brad. Sorry, I'm sort of blanking out here, but I love it. This sort of deep dive of Reagan, that she actually got another boyfriend the first time for a long while because she doesn't really know how to connect. Find someone in a rival company who is understanding but is not as smart as Reagan. And I feel that's sort of interesting because his guilt is basically brainwashing people or wipe people's minds because that's his job, but that's sort of made him guilty, but at the same time make him sort of a train wreck. It's sort of thought that makes sense Reagan will fall in love with because they sort of understand each other, understand how messed up, and maybe someone to talk to. I like that sort of idea, especially you find out Reagan sort of struggles to connect to the new boyfriend, especially trying to convince him to work at his own company of the rival. And that's sort of interesting because she is afraid that she cannot connect will fail the relationship. Once again, that sort of need what her father sort of messed her up to always have something to talk about, something hateful. I thought that sort of fascinating. Even that she has a great support group of the company she worked with. I love it that she tries to figure it out, especially Brad, who always trying to help her, but at the same time I can see why people want to kind of ship Brad and Reagan together, because they sort of complete each other while actually knowing, because both of them need like a friend, a really good friend, but at the same time I love it that sometimes they have to figure things themselves to understand what else to do. I love that they try to figure it out themselves, make the series so great, especially Reagan's father now owns the Shadow Company, the one who rules half the world. But I love it that he used her daughter to control everything, but Reagan attempted to take over, but at the same time nobody trusts her because her deal to talk to all the people, how she treats them. But I love it someone in the own characters, or not the characters, the writer point this out. So you basically complaining like a normal white girl who has a lot of power. You just need to wait for a little bit longer. I thought it's sort of funny they point that out in Reagan, like, well, if you put it that way, maybe. But at the same time, you understand why Reagan this, why she needs power. You feel she needs to get respect on her own father that she never actually got. And that is sort of interesting. Specifically also Brad, I mean, that he has a several issue to Reagan, that he finally got respect in the family, but not the way he wanted. He had to run sort of like a cold mare or something like that, that he tried to be please all and all. In a way, he was actually a really good sort of kind of president type of figure, because everything he says he's trying to please everybody. In a way, he did, even till you find out trying to maybe ruin his own career or own political career, because he realized he doesn't want to rival his own family. And I love that they try to help him to ruin his political career. Every time he tries, he come out sort of a positive way to actually promote his career even more. I love that sort of ironic way that Brad is that perfect guy we need for a mayor or president or some government official, that he can never go wrong because he's just so pleasing, good looking, and just literally a good guy. I like it that he cannot be corrupted, because you can't corrupt someone who has no personality or no direction in life. Yeah, I love that sort of weird kind of stance of Brad. But I love it even more how Brad is so easy to be manipulated. He also how Brad easily manipulates people, but he doesn't really want to, just sort of happens. But once again, I feel this way is so interesting. They always want to see what the character do, sort of scenario they're putting them, but do it in a very interesting, fun way. But I love not just Reagan and Brad, you also all the other side characters also got more well developed motivation. You understand who they are and what they're doing. Especially all this group feels like a family, a work family, but a family still. That's sort of necessary, because each one of them are just broken but need each other to sort of function, because they say they don't like each other, but at the same time they like being around with each other. It's sort of that sort of dysfunctional family, but never really toxic. More like, I know how to make fun of you, but I never cross that line that you don't like. That we all have that sort of understanding. And that, I think, makes this show so great. Even all the political or shady things they do is very questionable, and you can see what happens to all the people who work that sort of job can actually breaking down. I love it. They focus on the main lead character. Sorry, I'm blanking now once again. Reagan's boyfriend. That this whole point of him is exactly like Reagan, but at the same time he's completely broken because he does so many questionable things. He cannot sleep. Yeah, I love it. He is sort of the example what you work that type of job would do to you. But once again, that's the reason I really enjoy it. They explore so deeper things while feeling wasting time. I hope this series had multiple seasons, or at least one more season, because if you see Netflix, what happened in animated companies, what they do with it, yeah, they're not really backing off animation anymore. Hopefully they do have a couple more seasons, because I really like this series so much, because it's just so relatable and interesting. Yeah, I love it. They keep kind of changing things up to see what happens next. Even they have this huge giant twist, the thing sort of stays the same because people are basically self-destructive. Yeah, I love that sort of point of view. Like, doesn't matter who is in charge, sooner or later becomes once again another idiot taking charge and self-destruct later on. Yeah, I like that sort of kind of nihilistic but hopeful kind of point of view. Now, I got really nothing else to say, just one question. Do you like this series? Do you hate it? You wish there's more series? Tell me down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say, just thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.